If you're in your 40s or 50s, picking up the pieces after a 15-year relationship or marriage, this is different. This isn't your first heartbreak. This is the unraveling of an entire identity you've built over decades. And now, you're being asked to face the one thing no one prepares you for: being alone again. I didn't just fear being alone, I feared no one would ever love me again. That I'd be invisible for the rest of my life, that maybe this was it. It crept in slowly. At first, I was just adjusting to the silence, to the empty house, to weekends with no plans. But then that silence turned into questions. What if no one wants someone like me? What if this isn't temporary? What if I'm alone forever? That fear, it's heavy. It's not the dramatic movie kind. It's quiet, constant, like a low hum behind everything you do. I remember one night, I had just made dinner, pasta for one. I sat on the couch, the TV playing something I wasn't really watching, and I suddenly thought, what if this is my future? Every night, every meal, just me. And underneath that, a voice I didn't want to admit was mine. You're not wanted anymore. I didn't cry. I just sat there, frozen, numb, ashamed for feeling that way. Because no one prepares you for this part, the part where society makes you feel like if you're not part of a couple, you've failed. That if you're in your 40s or 50s and suddenly single, you're broken or behind or past your prime. It's a lie, but it's one that's whispered in everything, from commercials to conversations to the empty seat beside you at dinner, and it pushes you, makes you reach for things to fill that space. You go on dates before you're ready. You stay in situations that feel familiar but not safe. You pretend you're fine just so you don't feel pathetic. But here's what I learned, and it didn't come all at once. The fear of being alone forever isn't about truth. It's about loss of identity. It's about not knowing who you are outside of being part of a pair. Being alone isn't the same as being unwanted. It's not the same as being unlovable. It's not the same as being forgotten. Alone is space. Lonely is the ache. And they don't always go together. The loneliness comes in waves. But the space can heal you if you let it. When I stopped trying to outrun that fear, when I finally sat with it, I heard something underneath it, my own voice, the one I hadn't heard in years. So, how do you start healing from the fear of being alone forever? Start by changing the question. Instead of asking, what if I'm alone forever? Ask, what do I want to build with this time I have to myself? This mindset shift changes everything. It puts you in control. Then reclaim your time. Make your home yours again. Rearrange furniture. Buy the bedding you like. Create a space that reflects only you. You're not preserving a past, you're designing a future. Build a daily rhythm that belongs to you. Pick one ritual, a morning walk, a specific tea, journaling, stretching, to do consistently. It tells your brain, this is my life now, and it matters. Reconnect with your body. Try movement, not to lose weight or change, but to feel present in your own skin. Dancing in the living room, walking in nature, swimming, yoga. It reminds you that you're alive. Say yes to solo experiences. A movie, a lunch, a road trip, even just coffee at a cafe. Doing things alone isn't a sign of sadness. It's proof that you trust yourself. And remind yourself daily, you are still worthy, not because someone chooses you, but because you already exist, and that is enough. When you treat your alone time as sacred instead of scary, it transforms you. It becomes space for clarity, for strength, for self-trust. This isn't about denying your desire for love. It's about building a life so grounded in your own presence that love becomes an addition, not a rescue. You don't need to be loved by someone else to feel whole. You need to be seen by yourself. You're not too old, you're not too late, and you are absolutely not alone in this fear. If that voice has whispered to you too, if you've ever panicked at the thought of being alone forever, I want you to know this. That fear is lying to you. You are not invisible. You are becoming visible to the one person who matters most right now, you. Subscribe if this spoke to you. Share your story in the comments. Tell me one thing you've discovered about yourself in the quiet. Next video, we're talking about how to rebuild your confidence after being left behind, and why it has nothing to do with how you look or who you date. I'll see you there.